Welcome on in, everybody. My name is Bree, and today we have a 20-minute full body stretch flow. So it's called Flex Flows. We're going to be working on flexibility. We're going to be flowing through different movements. Now, following that 4x4 protocol that we have been doing in our strength workouts as well this month, I'm going to follow a similar formula, switch it up a little bit, but basically you can think about it as 4 different flows, but there's 4 different parts in each section. So we're gonna build the flows together nice and slow, and we're gonna focus on the entire body, and it's just gonna feel really good. So this is something I want you to slide in on a active recovery day or maybe after a workout. It's gonna be so great for your body. So let's go ahead and start. Take a big deep breath in. Hi, everybody coming in live. Great to see you. Okay, another big deep breath in, and then we're gonna get right into our first movement. So flow number 1, we're gonna start to build it. Moves you have seen before, so we're gonna dive forward, and then we're gonna open up. Now I'm gonna watch the clock because everything, as you know, is really timed out. So I want you to go at your own pace. And then I'm gonna flow through this entire workout. It's still moving. Entire workout today. And we are going to be building the most beautiful flows for your body. You're going to leave here feeling absolutely amazing. And a lot of what I want you to think about too is just relaxing the body and creating a lot of length and just letting anything go. We hold a lot of tension in our bodies, right? Okay, finish your last one. Now we're going to go into alternating reverse hip flexor stretch. So I just want you to press forward and then you're going to switch. So really work on getting in that tuck position right away. I'm going to turn to the side. So you're gonna tuck underneath and push forward. Now the arms coming forward is gonna help you separate the shoulder blades and open up through your back. Hi Sharon, hi Lori. Oh, I'm so glad. Lori says she's looking forward to this. It's not gonna disappoint. Keep going. So we're just pressing forward, opening up again through our hip flexors. Keep moving. And coming up next, we're gonna go into alternating hamstring stretches. And just keeping all these in mind, just know that these are gonna all come together in a really beautiful dynamic flow here coming up shortly. Okay, finish your last side. And now I simply want you to just step back and now pop the toe up. So we're gonna be alternating these as well. Nothing about today's movement is static, so it's all flow-based. Flex Flow, I thought was a really appropriate name. Keep going. So we're just moving and creating flexibility in our body. Now, if on this you want to come out at a diagonal, you can definitely add that. Notice how it changes a little bit of the stretch. So anytime you move the angle just slightly, you're going to feel it differently. And I welcome you to play with things like that, to just become really aware. Good. Keep going. You got a few more. And then we're going to put this entire combination together. So I give us about 90 seconds to put the whole flow together. So you have plenty of time, and it will be alternating flows. Good, keep going. Hello, hello. Is it David? Hi, David. Okay, finish one more each side. And thank you so much. Okay, team, let's put this together. So feel free to watch me on the first one, or if this is not your first time doing it, go ahead and start. So we're gonna go into hip flexor, open up through the chest, shift the weight back, step in and switch. You ready? So come with me. So we open up through the upper back, pin that hip flexor in position, keep your abs tight, open up through the chest, shift your weight back, hamstring stretch. There you go. So here's our first combo flow. Now you hold that hip flexor stretch a little longer, give me that nice, beautiful chest stretch, open up through the shoulders, switch. Great job. I don't know why I get so excited when the combinations come together. Do you feel my excitement? And do you feel the same way? Keep going. This is also your chance to really hone in on even better positioning, increase that range of motion. And there's no wrong way to stretch, to be honest. Just move with how your body wants to feel and release the tension. Keep your abs tight. Keep focused on the goal of length, creating more flexibility. And this one is so perfect to be first because it's gonna lend itself really nicely, because it's full body, into the other flows that we have coming up next. Great job, team. You got about 30 more seconds. And we're gonna move quick. We're gonna transition right into flow number 2. Hi, Joseph. Great to see you. Okay, you got about 20 more seconds. I think you can fit one more each side, yes? Beautiful job. And switch. So tuck. Today's gonna feel like we have a good amount of time in each flow, which I feel like whenever we do our stretches, at least for me, I'm always wishing we had more time. You're gonna feel like you have it today. Okay, finish your last one. Give me a little shake out here. And let's move into flow number 2. You should start to feel like your body's getting a little energized, feel that buzz, and get excited because this is only the first flow done. We got 3 more. Take those legs wide. We're gonna go into lateral lunges side to side. And this is gonna be 40 seconds right here of just focusing on those lateral lunges, sinking low, going at a pace that feels good to you, going at a depth that feels good to you, meaning if you wanna come into that Cossack squat, this is only if your knees are able to support, I wouldn't say your knees able to support. This is only if you're able to support your body and not put the pressure in your knees, but it really helps you get a deeper adductor stretch. But you're still gonna get an adductor stretch up here too. Okay, get ready. Our next flow we're gonna add in is a step behind with an overhead side reach. Good, go ahead and come up. So you're gonna alternate your legs, step behind, sweep overhead. So we've opened up a little bit through the hip flexors. Now we're gonna add on, give me a little bit more of that side bend. Reach up nice and tall, keep those abs tight. So step behind, reach overhead, big sweep. If you have been doing dynamic flows, flexibility and mobility with me for the last couple years, because we've been doing them periodically and pretty consistently, you're gonna see things and movements that we've done, and I want you to pull on all that experience and just make the movements even better, and then we're gonna put flows together that we've never done before. Step behind, reach overhead. Good. And now I do want you to slide this in as often as possible, so I also recommend put on a little music behind you that gets you just feeling nice and flowy. Okay, from here, we're gonna now, same thing, cross your leg behind, but instead of reaching up, I want you to reach towards the floor. So keep that steady movement with the legs that we've been doing, and now I just want you to reach towards the floor. So continuing with that hamstring stretch, we started it off in flow number 1, cross behind and reach. And I want you to be mindful of reaching just to the point where you feel your hamstrings lengthen, but don't round through your upper back or your low back. That's gonna keep it in the legs. Also, don't lock out your knees, just reaching nice and low. Reach towards the floor. Nice job. Oh, good, Lori. I love it. Lori says, this is my favorite. I have a feeling you might have been talking about that overhead sweep, which is mine too. But I would say it's really hard to choose today. Okay, finish your last 1 or 2. Let's put that combo together. So again, if it's your first time, you can watch me on the first set or come with me. We're gonna do lateral lunges. It's single, single, double, step behind, reach, and then reach to the floor. It's gonna alternate. So we go single, single, double, step back, reach overhead, reach towards the floor. Good, do it again. Single, single, double, step back, reach overhead, and reach towards the floor. Nice job. Single, single, double. You stand up, push, reach overhead. Good, reach towards the floor. Very nice job. Bend, bend. You can even push off and go right into that lateral, and then reach towards the floor. Great work. So 3, 2, 1, land on this side, push off. Sweep, abs tight, reach towards the floor. Nice job. Keep going a little deeper. Reach. As you get better and better with the flow, I'm totally fine if you skip that third lateral and it's just single, single, push off, big sweep, and reach. is it Jay Jassel? Says, you make it look so easy. Guess what? It's easier for me because I know what we're doing, but it will become easier and easier for you as well the more you do it. And you're really teaching your body how to move really in one piece, and we're lengthening the body. Reach towards the floor. Okay, so you see what I mean now. It's hard to decide which flows are going to be our favorite. I thought flow 1 was really feeling good. Now flow 2, my gosh, feels amazing. And we're only halfway there. Okay, finish your last one, please. And then we're going to actually come down to the floor. Our next 2 flows are going to be in a seated position. We're going to be flipping around. So meet me down on the floor. And we're going to start here. And please also take water breaks as needed. I'm moving us through each flow today to just maximize our time, but my water on set is always a cue and a reminder for you that you can drink water whenever. Okay, so cross your leg. We're going to start to build the next one, and we're going to do a seated twist. Now, in this specific flow, this seated twist is really to help us get a little bit more rotation going in the upper body, because we're going to take it down and hit some low back stretches. And I want you a little bit more loose. So we've got side bends. Now we're getting some seated twists. Sit up really tall as you twist. Keep your abs tight. And then I'm pressing just above my elbow on the outside of my knee to help give me leverage to square my shoulders each side. Good. Feels so good. Try to keep those hips square so you're sitting on the ground to keep everything stable, and it's just a torso twist. Can you give me one more each side? Noticing sides that are tighter. You always are going to have one side that's a little tighter. Okay, from there, simply keep that leg crossed on top. We're going to go into alternating glute stretches. So figure 4, you're going to stretch, lift your toe, and then we're going to switch legs. And you can extend out. This is a great way to get in position. Stretch, lift the toe to make it a little bit harder. Then extend and switch the legs. Nice job. And try to think about drawing those 90-degree angles. Show you different angles as we're here on the floor. Lift the toe, make it a little bit tighter. Switch. Bring it up. Pop the toe up. Feels good. You feel the tension. I would say the hip stretches and those glute stretches, they're tight. All right, just give me one more each leg. We're going to come down to the ground with our supine position, so keeping our chest up towards the ceiling. Spin around, and we're going to go into some low back stretches next. So come down to the floor with me. Again, these are all moves that you should be familiar with that we've done. So bring your knee up and across the body, and then switch. Now I want you to think about it as 4 parts. Move 1, bring your knee in. So there's 1, 2, look the opposite way. 3, keep pulling that knee in. And then 4, extend it out. So you're also getting a really great stretch as you pull that knee in. So don't forget that piece, especially as we're building this combo coming up next. Tuck in and switch. Now I also am pretty confident that you guys are feeling the heat, right? You will feel like you're getting a little bit of a mini workout as well, because we are moving through all of these pretty quickly. And I just spin around to give you guys different angles. Okay, finish your last one. And now let's put the combo together. Now this one's a little unique because the combo, now we're gonna have that glute in a supine position. So the glute stretch, I want you to come up. So here's your glute stretch. Then I want you to come down and drop your knee towards the opposite side. Keep the leg bent. Now we have our low back stretch. And then when you come back to center, you're going to switch your legs. Now as you switch your legs, you're also opening a little bit through those adductors, feeling that stretch. Here's our glute stretch. Then keep the knees in that 90-90 position. Drop and look towards the opposite direction. There you go. Let's flow. Switch. Think about keeping those hips square. Switch the legs. So even the switch is a stretch. Opposite direction. Nice work. All right, so the jury's out. Is this one now our favorite flow? They're all so good. The answer is they're all equally good because they're all hitting different parts of our body, but also all the parts of our body that get so tight, especially with all the strength training we've been doing in our 4x4s. Okay, push to the other side. This is a little bit of a new twist on that low back stretch to keep the knee bent. If you like it, keep it. If not, you can absolutely extend the leg out like we started with in that flow. That would just look like this. Great work. Finish your last one on each side. And then we're moving on. We got one more flow coming up next. I'm going to switch and get one more in. Feels so good. You notice the more we get into the entire set, the better and better it feels, right? All right, team. Go ahead and bring those knees into your chest. And we're going to flip around. So the next one is in a prone position. So let's start in a position where we're going to go into quad stretches. So I want you to come down to the floor. And the beautiful thing about doing our quad stretches in this positioning is you have the floor and your mat as a guide to push your hip flexors in towards the ground. So if you can, go ahead and place your forehead all the way down. Sometimes I will cross my arm, give myself a little bit more comfortability, and also so you can still hear me on the mic. Let's be honest. So you can do that, or you can extend all the way, place your head gently on your mat. That's just going to help you keep your body in a really great straight alignment, head to toe. Good. And as you pull the heel in towards your glute, I want you to press your hip flexor into the mat and open up through the quads. You hold for just a couple seconds of breathing, or one deep exhale. Make sure you don't feel any pressure in your low back. Good. Finish one more. And next, I want you to push up into a plank position. So we're going to go in and out of down dog and planks. We're going to get through the hamstrings and the calves a little bit more. So I want you to press all the way back and then come all the way forward. Now just building this next one coming up, which this next stretch is often called the world's greatest stretch. So it may be the world's greatest combo that we are building. We will see. Good. Pressing back, heels towards the ground. Great job. Give me 3 more. Try to keep that spine, or just that chin tucked, and keep your head and neck all in a really straight alignment. I avoid saying spine straight because we have natural curves. I just want you to keep yourself in a great anatomical position. Okay, step, and we're going to just twist by bringing our hand up onto that quad. And switch. Spider rotation. Great job. You're ready for this. Your hip flexors are open. Your adductors are open. We've done a lot of rotational and thoracic rotational work so far. Now, as you get deeper and deeper into this, I want you to rotate a little bit more. And then you can start to extend that arm up if you'd like. Otherwise, you can take your hands, keep it on the quad, and just give me that rotation. What I want you to think about right here is don't twist at your hips. Hips are square. There you go. Okay, one more. And we're going to put together this combo that's going to be down dog, 2 spider rotation. Good. Press back and get a child's pose in there. I know it's a long time to be in a plank. So hold there. If you want to start with me, go ahead. Otherwise, you can watch the first combo. So we're going to press back, down dog position. Then as you come forward, it becomes a flow by stepping and reaching. Come with me. We're going to alternate our sides of that spider stretch. So pressing back, push off, step. I like to make this 2 parts if you're going to extend. 1, 2. Yes. Okay. For the last minute of class, I want you to get into the zone. I want you to flow through this beautiful movement. Think about hip square, alignment in your body. Breathe. Think about expansion. Step, twist, reach. So good. Love it. I will get those comments here at the end, don't worry. Step and then rotate. Good. I think the question is, if you can't get into this positioning, what you should do. I would go between down dog and child's pose. So I'll show you what that looks like, just in case that speaks to you. Down dog, knees, child's pose. So that would be an option if you feel like that step is a little bit too much. And reach. All right, you got 5 seconds, make it work. Finish your last flow. Step, reach, and then gently lower those knees to the floor. Slide on through. Fantastic job. Yes, I think I got that last question in there. You guys, fantastic work. I hope that felt as good on your end as it did on this end. Those are some of my favorite flows. I want you to really flag this one and come back to it, especially this month as we're doing our 4x4s. Throw this in on an active recovery day. Maybe do this before you go to bed. Morning. It's honestly such a great flex flow that you can slide in any time of day. And I do recommend throwing on some of your favorite music. Movement is the best way to get in your strongest mindset, happiest place, and just feel invigorated and excited for everything that you have going on in your life. So with that, thank you so much for joining me if you were here live. If this was a replay for you, make sure you drop a comment and say hi so I can come back and get to know you. And I will see you guys next week live, as you know, every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Until then, I hope you have a beautiful, magical day, and this was the key to it, right? All right, you guys, see you next time.